Hey everybody, Deborah King. Must be Thursday. Heal, Thrive, Grow here on Facebook. Love seeing you guys. Been a few weeks since I've been able to bring you myself and some time because I've been really super busy, and I'm delighted to see some of my advanced senior teachers here today. We've all just come back from a big event, so we'd love to tell you all about it. Let's get, I see Linda Richards. Let's get Linda to join me. Linda, can you come on up on the panel? And I've sent an invitation to Nancy Neff, and Nancy, maybe you can join us too. I also see Elizabeth and Vadran here, and you guys will be next. Okay. So I see someone's headed our way right now, and it's Linda Richards. Hey, Linda, you back home in Canada?
I am.
Here she comes.
Freezing.
Don't see you yet. I know you're headed here. And while Linda's materializing, looks like she's materializing, I'll throw another invitation to Nancy Neff. I saw her name over here. I love talking to Nancy. I thought we could tell our friends here on Facebook what one of our retreats is like, so they could hear all. Vadran, I'll throw you an invite. And Vadran's one of our senior teachers from France. And Linda, I don't see you yet. Are you having trouble getting up here?
Yeah, I don't know why my camera won't work.
Nancy, where did you go? I saw you here before. Here's Barbara Clark. I'll invite Barbara. I'll get a bunch of people. I'm looking for, so I have a training program called Life Force Energy Healing, and it has 5 levels. And I see a bunch of my 5th level students here. So the retreats that we have several times during the year are just for my advanced students. That would be my masters in training, my level 4s, and my graduates in training. That would be my level 5. And welcome, Vadran, one of our advanced teachers. Great to see you from just outside Paris. I think you might be muted. Oh, there you are. Tell me exactly where you are in France. Where are you in France?
On the channel between France and England. So the name of the city, nearest city, it's Calais. It's where the migration crisis is. Yes.
Right. It is a big crisis there, and it tends to be kind of cold. And
yes,
Calais. Well, great to have you. And just to tell all of our Facebook friends here, Vadran was just here in Los Angeles all last week, and pretty amazing stuff we do when we get together. Well, I could say informally we move energy, but that's kind of an understatement for what goes on at Vadran.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell our viewers? Could you describe what you think is happening?
In meditation since we came back, and what came clear to me is that we are really able to witness big transformation, instant transformation in people. So
exactly.
Transformation of energy.
All right, I'll tell you how it happened, and I think I might have mentioned this somewhere along the way, maybe last week. I never did very well with slow anything, especially slow transformations. And so I kept telling Spirit when I was a young student and a young teacher in this energy medicine field that I couldn't do this slow stuff. It just bored me to tears, and that can't we do it quicker? And I kept repeating that in every meditation I did, and every period of prayer, every period of reverie. I would always say, make it faster, and boy, they have. So Vadran and I worked together along with another 10 key people for a room full of people, and we transform people lickety-split. Like maybe 10 minutes might be our average time per person. Yes. Pretty stunning, very physical transformations where they would shake and cry and see lights and hear sounds and just do everything but levitate. That's next. I know that's next. Yeah. Well, loved having you. You were very polished, actually. And I remember having you at the Hawaii workshop in December when we were on Maui, right? You were at Maui.
No, in Ojai.
Oh, Ojai, that's where it was, right.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the promise. I saw how quickly you were going to wrap your head around it, wrap your energetic arms around it, actually. So great. It was a lot of fun. Can't wait to work with you again. I think I mentioned at a student meeting a couple days ago that I will be coming to Europe this summer. So I'll see you there before I see you here in July, would be my guess.
Mm-hmm. We look forward to this opportunity.
Yes, well, let's get together here maybe later this week or early next week, and we'll talk about a couple of possible locations in France. I know I'm threatening to do that. I'll write myself a note that I want to do that with you. You grab a pen. All right, Vedran, great to see you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, let's see, what time is it? 2 here, 10 there? No, 11. 11? 11.
Beautiful full moon rising.
Yes. Oh, lucky you. Yes, it was huge last night. And I guess the real full moon is Friday night, right?
2 hours from now, 100%.
Oh, tonight. All right. Well, enjoy and see you soon. Take care.
See you soon.
Let's bring another one of our 5th level students up. I'll throw a few more invites out here, so you Facebook folks can hear what our advanced student events are like, and maybe you'd be dying to come to one. You do have to get your Fanny into level 4. That is the requirement, because that's where I work with people personally, and this is a very personal program. Well, Linda, try again. Linda Richards, I know you did try. And Suzanne, I'll give you another crack at it here. Suzanne was here in LA, as was, what happened to our friend Nancy Neff? She was here a minute ago. Barbara Clark, I can't invite you right now. You're evidently not camera ready. It's not offering it to me, but Shirley is, so I'll invite Shirley. See Shirley here. Oh, Mary Casey Bowers is here, our esteemed musician. Yeah, let's all have a little chat fest here and tell people what it's like, because they're dying of curiosity. They keep hearing about events. They're not open to the public. And Shirley.
Hi.
Hi there. What city are you in?
Near Chicago.
Near Chicago. So Shirley, tell our viewers, oh, and hi, Mary. Don't you love a three-way? You got a three-way conversation going. Shirley, tell our viewers what you think one of our private high-level events is like.
Well, it is hard to put into words because it's really experiential. It's a feeling thing for me more than anything. Watching everybody, feeling it in my body. Being a student, I'm trying to absorb it all, and letting it feel where it lands in my body, the energy that is being created, whether we're working with a lower vibration or a higher vibration, it all gets felt through the body. So it's a very physical thing, as well as obviously spiritual. So it's very, very powerful. And we're still all kind of buzzing. And
yeah, we're all still integrating and processing. Absolutely. It hasn't even been quite a week. Right. Wonderful. Thank you for your explanation of it. Mary, how about you? Mary comes out from the music angle because Mary's actually the keyboardist, the musician at the event. So she has a little different take on it, I bet. And Mary,
Yeah,
tell
I
them
guess
what city you're in.
I'm in Alexandria, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And like Shirley said, very experiential. And I guess I'm getting a feedback here. Are you all hearing a feedback or my
No, you're fine.
No.
You're fine.
So I guess what happens with me is when I sit behind the keyboard and I look at what's happening energetically on stage, which to me often feels, someone said at this event, it feels like a dance. And it's being choreographed by spirit, clearly. And I feel that these feelings that Shirley talked about come through me and then come through my keyboard and out into sound vibrations. So I guess that's how I would describe it, as the person using a keyboard to play what I'm feeling in the room. That's kind of what it feels like to me.
Just one comment on that. Lots of times when I look at you, I feel that you are in the music so much that you are maybe ahead of it, ahead of the room a little bit, and more on track with me. Because lots of times I'll notice and I'll look over at you and I'll realize that if suppose the process is going from A to M, and you and I are at G, and the rest of the room is over at D or E. We're just we're moving it in, and you and I, you're providing the platform, and I'm using the music platform. You know, I use it. I step right off of it.
Oh, I love it. I'm learning every day and every event, and
you're very
I'm
good
honored.
at it. Very good at it. Yeah, no, it's a real pleasure. It's been really fun. We kind of screwed Mary up this last week. I'll tell tales on you. So this is something I'd never done before, but because so many of these students are so advanced, and one of the things I pursue really hard in this level 4 or 5 program is turning them into, I want to tell you, top rate speakers, top on video and at live performances. And so I offered them a whole evening, and I chose 11 to all present, and Mary was amongst the 11, and I could tell that it took her alignment, which was here, and put it over here someplace for a day or two, and then she brought it back. She caught it up. But as I said to my dearly beloved 11, all of whom were amazing, I told them how hard it is to have people look at you and be the center of attention and be presenting and still stay in alignment, and not go into, oh, I'm not good enough, or go into, oh, I'm fabulous. And lots of times we roll back and forth between the two. Oh, I'm fabulous. No, I was terrible. Oh, I'm fabulous. You know, it's your classic. Yeah, it's performance jitters, whatever you want to call it, stage frightness. There isn't a one of us that isn't susceptible to it. And for years, I have known that I was not as much in alignment if cameras were in the room. But now, after 40 years of this with cameras in the room, I am finally used to it. And I actually don't notice the camera anymore, which is really saying something, because for 35 years, they really bugged me. I always knew they were there. I could always tell. But I promise you, I will get you guys there. And I want to tell my Facebook friends just how incredible my 4s and 5s are. And we'll move right over here to Suzanne and talk to her. And what kind of experience did you have, Susanna? Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Well, Deborah, I've been to public events, and this was my first training in level 4. It felt like 15 minutes. It was so amazing. I don't even know how to put it into words. I feel like I'm walking on the ceiling.
Oh, still.
And, yes, still. I know I rolled on the ground a few times in public, but I fell down.
Let me just tell our viewers, you're an artist just outside of Tucson.
Flagstaff.
Flagstaff. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, I probably was a little too high when I left, and I shouldn't have gone out in public. But I went out in public, and it was so hard. I felt like I had all these people coming at me, and my daughter's like, "Mom, what's the matter with you?" I was like, I don't know. I have to ground myself. I'm in a little bit of an altered
space. Yeah.
I finally had to say, I have to go to the beach right now. and put
Oh,
my
I
feet in
saw
the
the
sand.
photo on Facebook of you guys at the beach. I was so envious. I'm like, how'd they
Yes,
manage to
it was
find time for that?
wonderful.
I didn't.
I would recommend anyone
Uh-huh.
to at least come to a public event, and then if you can,
And have your
to
mind
go
blown.
into.
Have your mind blown.
Oh,
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's
I'll
an
tell you,
understatement.
an experience that's similar to that. When I was very young, I went away one time for a month-long silent retreat to the East Coast. And we got out at 5 p.m. on a Friday night, and we were just outside Boston, and I had to get home. For some reason, I had to get home that night. I don't recall what the emergency was. Oh my God, I thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown because first I left the venue and I had to take a train. I'd been in silence for a month. And here I am on a Friday night on a train. The sound, the jostling, the noise, I'm like, I think I'm going to shatter. And then I had to go to the airport, and it was worse. Jets flying in, jets flying out, It was way too much for me. It really was. I didn't recover for like a week. So that's a little bit.
exactly what it
Suzanne's
was
talking
like.
about a little similar, being in we were all in a little altered state. Yeah, well, very cool, very cool. And while you're all here, well, actually, let me trade you guys out for some new people. And wonderful to see the three of you. Thank you so much for coming up. And somebody popped down, and I'll reprompt Nancy here. I see her. Okay, come on up, Nancy. And I want to, if possible, someone who went to the other event with me. Let's see. Let me start all over again with my list. I've never done my Facebook Heal, Thrive, Grow this way. It's kind of fun, huh? To see people. So let me try registered, see if I can find people that way. Nancy, are you headed my way? I'll hit reprompt again. And is there somebody here who followed me on down to Mind Valley? Oh, Shirley, come back. You were there. Let me see if I can find you, Shirley. Lots of people, so I have to really scroll through an awful lot of names. It's great to see you guys, and I'm just so pleased to be able to share this fun time with you. You weren't there, but I can sure share it with you, as can these folks. Hi, Gail. Nice to see Gail from Australia. I haven't seen Gail in a while. I don't see you, Shirley. Can you come back on? Back in the people list? Well, I want to tell you about Mind Valley because I left this event in Los Angeles that our level 4s and 5s had. Again, this is a retreat that we have several times a year. That's just for them, and I work individually with every new person in the room and cajole, talk into, or otherwise beat into a higher level of consciousness one way or another with the help of some very skilled upper level teachers. So I left there and I went to Mind Valley, and I was one of their keynotes. I was the Sunday morning keynote. I want to tell you what a good time I had there. Wow, what a powerhouse that reunion is. What a great vibe, just full of energy. And you probably know that they have one of my courses called Be a Modern Master that they've released twice now, once a year ago, and then once again last spring. It was so popular, they re-released it. So I'm sure I'm going to be doing much more with them very soon, and just had an amazing time. And want to thank all of you who supported me there by sending me your positive vibe and being part of the excitement in the room. It was just so much fun, and I met so many new people. So I just wanted to tell you that here's somebody over here. Retta's saying she went to the Mind Valley reunion last year, and it was great. And she said she read my blog, and I talked about dancing there at the reunion and how, oh my God, you're just part of just a big family. And she remembers the same thing. It was fun, huh? Wasn't it? Retta, it really is amazing energy. And Judith says, I love being a modern master. Well, thank you, Judith. That's cool. So, and other people, I see Shirley was there, and Nancy, I'm going to re-invite you here. I'd like to bring you up, and anybody else who who can get their foot in the door. I just have to see that I can click on your camera and bring you live. Elizabeth Farrell, I'm going to click on yours. And Linda Richards, can I try again? Maybe your camera's working. Love to see you. They're such good friends. Some of these students have been with me years and years and years, and they are my family. You understand? You are my family. This is my soul family. I love spending time with you. There's Barbara Clark. Barbara, you don't appear to have a camera. There's nothing for me to click on, okay? For some reason, you're coming in without one. And we have somebody joining us. Hey, Elizabeth. Well, tell us about your experience.
Well, I've been practicing this, trying to and children what happened while I was but I just this was my first event.
Your first retreat
with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And
wow.
event.
Nothing like starting at the top, my dear.
Well, no. I've been through all the levels.
I didn't mean
classes,
that. I just meant that a retreat is a very, very high-powered, intense experience. My public events are too, but retreats tend to be one person right after another initiating. So then the thing gets to really building momentum, and the whole top of the room comes off, and we all just take off, as you saw. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. You know, for me, it's just like I was explaining to my family, it's an energetic buffet.
Oh.
And that when the energy is going.
Whoops. Try that
like
again.
Being in an ocean, and you sort of feel your body lifting, but it really comes through your body. But for me, the thing I really enjoyed watching was when people were releasing things they no longer needed. And that sense of, that building and then letting it go. And then it was just like the whole room went like, whew, and everybody sat back for a moment and felt that new space, like there was new space made.
I think that's a very good explanation of it. I love your explanation. I'm going to ask you if you'd be kind enough maybe to jot it down and stick it on our private level 4 or 5 Facebook page. Yes, you've just expressed it in a new way, and it's a really good expression of it. So we'd love to have that. So come give us a couple lines and share it.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Very cool. And what city are you in?
I'm in Afton, Virginia, so quite near Charlottesville.
Great having you. Okay.
Thank you.
Get somebody else here. Nancy, I just saw you, but I'm going to reprompt you again. I see it here. It says, invite Nancy. The event is maxed out. Remove a seat if you want to add another one. Okay. Wonder how I do that. Well, let's see. Elizabeth just left. Maybe that creates an opening. I believe you can have 3 people at once here. It's just having trouble figuring that out, I think, is what's going on. I'm going to invite you again, Nancy. I think I just figured this out. I think there's a trick to it. Now, do you see the invite? Don't you love this techie stuff, you guys? This is really a very good platform, isn't it? I mean, I'm really enjoying being able to actually see people and talk to them. So much beats radio, doesn't it? Radio is just so last century, huh? Still doesn't see an invite. Well, isn't that frustrating today? So I love being with you guys. I wish I could stay longer. I can't today. I'm on the road traveling, so I have to move on, but it's been wonderful being with you. So I would really encourage you to really think about, if you're interested in this kind of an experience, think about my level 4. It's closed, of course, at this time of year. It's full. but it will open again in late June, early July, and it fills usually within about 48 hours. So you have to really pretty much jump on it. It's a very small crowd, and it's by invitation only. So, if you're trying to change your life and are tired of waiting, level 4 is definitely the place to come, because I will see to it that whatever change you want happens. I'll use whatever it takes, and I can be in unbending intent, and really can help you make it happen. So think about that. And then also coming up, I will be in San Mateo for the New Living Expo here toward the end of April. It's not that far off now. So that's something to think about. I'd love to see you there. All right, you guys, great being with you. You take care.